And we do start off today with a weather impact alert, not only for the heat, but also for some pretty strong thunderstorms we have rolling through the Mid-South. Thanks for being with us. I'm Chief Meteorologist Trevor Burchett. Let's get right over to the map and show you what is going on. We've got that severe thunderstorm watch that is in place. This includes all of our North Mississippi counties until 10 p.m. So this does not include eastern Arkansas, does not include West Tennessee, mainly because these storms are going to fall apart before they get there. Now, interestingly enough, these are moving east to west. I know that's a little unusual on the radar. Usually we get storms that come in this way and move across. But if we put it into motion here, you can see that these storms actually developed back in Alabama and are now moving toward the west. So Corinth and Selmer had some heavy rain earlier. Ripley, Oxford saw some rain a bit ago, but now they're getting some more. And now it's pretty much right over Fayette County, Holly Springs, down into Lafayette County as well. Now, this is going to start to fall apart here as we lose a little bit of heat, we lose a little bit of humidity as the sun sets. These storms won't last much longer. We'll have to see if they make it to Memphis. Right now, they're on a pretty good track. I think we could at least get a couple of downpours in the metro area by about 7:30 or 8 o'clock. There is something interesting I want to show you here as we are kind of at our long form segment. I've ramped up the sensitivity of the radar. You see the thunderstorms in here. You can also see this little green line. What we call that is an outflow boundary. That's a sign that the storms are starting to collapse and are starting to weaken. When we see that, it usually means these storms won't last much longer, because what happens is these storms get 20, 30, 40,000 feet high. When they start to give out, they blow out all their wind. So then the wind starts to race out ahead of the thunderstorm. So if you're in Piperton or Collierville right now, Olive Branch, you're going to get a big gust of wind before the storms arrive. And that's going to happen in Memphis as well. So over the next hour or so, before it starts raining, we're going to get those winds picking up as that outflow rushes out. That's also going to cool us down quite a bit. So I did want to give you that heads up as those storms are coming in. Nothing severe at the moment in our area, but definitely some heavy downpours, thunder and lightning, some good gusts of wind as well. We have had some reports already of a couple of tree limbs, branches broken off in Tishomingo and Alcorn County, but just a ton of lightning in there. So again, we'll see if this thing holds together. Right now it's moving west at about 40 miles an hour. So we'll put a storm track on this. But again, I do want to caution you that this thing might not hold together too much longer. We'll track it out over the next hour. That would put the storms in Collierville by 6:51. Again, the wind could arrive first, though. Batesville at 6:57, Hernando at 7:09, South Haven at 7:12, Fraser by 7:23, and then pretty much right on the river into West Memphis by 7:35. Again, heavy rain, gusty wind. It'll cool you down a little bit, but it could be heavy for a bit of time. I do think these will start to weaken soon. So this could fall apart before it gets to Memphis, certainly before it gets over to Arkansas. I think these things are going to collapse out. Will be dry for the rest of the night. If you would like to track the storms to see where they are now, you can always follow the live radar 24/7. Just scan that QR code right there on your screen. That will allow you to stream our live radar 24/7 on the ABC24 Plus app. It is completely free. You can also just search ABC24 on your TV's app store. If you have a Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Samsung, any of that, we've got a free app on there. You can watch our live broadcast for free. But again, you can also check the radar to see where those storms are headed and when they're going to weaken out. Coming back to the future radar here, I do think, like we mentioned, over the next couple of hours, really the next 30 minutes to an hour, I think these storms are going to start to fall apart. These kind of pop-up storms in the summertime, they need the heat to sustain themselves. So as soon as the sun sets, not going to have a lot more heat to work with, at least not what the storms would need. So notice by 8 p.m., yes, still some rain out there, but the storms really start to weaken. And then by 9 or 10 o'clock, the radar is clear. The rest of the night's going to be dry. Look at the temperature, though. You can see where it's rained already. It's 73 in Corinth, 80 in Oxford, 89 in Holly Springs. Much cooler out here. Still 91 in Memphis, 95 in Tunica. Heat index making a world of difference here. Feels like 100 still in Memphis, 107 in Tunica, 110 in Covington, but 73 in Corinth. I'm sure it's more humid once the rain comes through, but hey, a little humidity to be 73, might want to take that. So again, a chance of storms through maybe 9 o'clock at the absolute latest. I do think the rest of the evening is going to be dry. Still warm and muggy, though, down to about 76 for your overnight low temperature. And again, I'll remind you, for some of us, before the storm even gets here, you're going to get a big gust of wind because of that outflow boundary that's moving through. So we'll watch that. Just don't be caught off guard if you do get some high winds in Memphis within the next hour before it starts raining. Tomorrow, rain chances go back down. I think it's a pretty dry Thursday, a sunny one. Pretty much just as warm as today. We'll start off around 80, end up in the mid-90s. Of course, the heat index is the big thing again tomorrow. It's going to feel like 105 to 110. So we have another weather impact alert for tomorrow. That's the last one we're going to put out, at least for this week, because 105 is kind of the level that we consider to be a bit more dangerous. Heat index of 100 is hot, but 105 is really the level that we consider to be a little more serious. So that's when we call it a weather impact alert, when the heat index is over 105. So I think tomorrow is the last day of that. You definitely want those. Stay hydrated, take breaks inside, or at least in the shade if at all possible. So you notice after tomorrow, the heat index does calm down a little bit. It's still going to be hot through this 4th of July weekend, just not as hot as it has been. Heat index looks to stay around 100 through the holiday weekend, but the humidity does stay high. Even if the temperatures come down a little bit, it's going to remain very muggy for Friday and through the weekend and likely into next week. Now, right now, our average high is 91. The outlook through at least the middle of the month keeps us close to that, if not a little bit above it. So we're not going to be expecting a big time cold front anytime soon. We're in summer. It's going to stay warm. Looks like we will stay that way for at least the next couple of weeks. Now, looking ahead to the holiday weekend forecast, I think it's okay. It could be worse. I've definitely seen worse 4th of July forecasts. Friday looks okay, 95, partly cloudy. It's going to be hot. There is a slight chance of another pop-up storm Friday. I think many of us are dry, but a slight chance of a storm cannot be ruled out through Friday. 4th of July on Saturday looks good. I think it's dry, partly cloudy, and 94. And then we do get another slight storm chance next week with highs in the mid-90s. So we'll keep that around going into next week. Those daily chances for pop-up showers and storms. Not going to rain everywhere, not going to rain all day. But going into next week, we will be in a pattern where there's at least a slightly better chance to see a quick shower to cool you down. But for now, just remember, take your breaks inside, drink plenty of water. Kids, pets, friends, family, neighbors, check on everybody. Make sure they're doing okay and have a cool place to go. So again, we're watching some rain coming in from the east to the west right now. Could bring some gusty wind and heavy rain to Memphis within about the next hour. Should fall apart here soon. The rest of the night looking dry. 96 degrees the high tomorrow. Sunshine, another weather impact alert. Heat index close to 105. Friday, 95, partly cloudy, very slight chance of a storm. And then Saturday for the 4th of July looking mostly dry. High temperature 94 degrees. Sunday and next week, daily chances for some isolated pop-up showers. It's not going to rain everywhere all day. These will be those quick little downpours. I do think it's enough next week, even if it doesn't rain everywhere, to knock the temperatures back down closer to average. Looks like about 90 or 91 for next week. All right, of course, some of us are planning on heading out of town for the big holiday weekend as we celebrate America's 250th. After this, we'll check in with meteorologist Daniel McDonald for your regional forecast and another check of the live radar after this.